Without war, innovation is impossible. Now, watches were invented before World War I. However, prior to World War I, the vast majority of people who owned watches owned a pocket watch. And once World War I begun, a lot of the strategy and tactics revolved around synchronizing attacks. Well, in order to do this, all of the soldiers needed to know the time. And having to go into your pocket and pull out your watch to look at the time in the heat of battle can very well mean the difference between life and death. So this is when wristwatches caught on, because it was convenient for the soldiers to simply look at the wrist and immediately know what time it was and how close they were to when it was their turn to attack the enemy. After World War I was over and the soldiers had been wearing these wristwatches for years, they also then caught on in the civilian world, becoming the popular accessory that they are today. So the wristwatch beat the pocket watch. Thank you, World War I. The rest is history. In 1939, right before the US entered World War II, radar technology was being invented. Now, some of the scientists discovered that if they left things such as chocolate bars in their pockets while they were running experiments on this new equipment, that the chocolate very quickly melted. This began to pique their curiosity and make them test this on other types of food. And over the course of several years and many experiments, they discovered that they could in fact reheat food with this brand new radar-like technology, and thus the microwave was born. Circa 1943, right at the height of World War II, the Allies were beginning to intercept German messages that were all encrypted and coded, and no one could break the code. So what they did next was they invented the world's first digital programmable computer known as the Colossus. This behemoth of a machine was able to break the code on these German messages and help the Allies gain a little more intel on what their enemies were doing. And it also allowed them to recreate the machine that the Germans were using to send these messages, thus giving them an even bigger advantage going into the final 2 years of the war, and well, you know the rest. So there you have it. Proof that without war, innovation is impossible. So I hope you enjoyed the latest installment of The West Ride, and as always, I'll see you next time.